Hey everyone, welcome back to Love Life Support. My name is Patty, and this is my lovely co host, John Paul.
Hey guys.
And on this channel, we do Reddit stories. So that can be Am I the Asshole? It can be relationship advice. It can be just advice in general. So that's what we like to do on this channel. And today's episode is going to be a little shorter because we're running out of time. And
Battery.
hopefully,
Yeah.
this episode comes out on a Thursday because we always post on Thursdays. But if it is late, it's because we were celebrating John Paul's birthday and he just turned 28. So everyone in the comments say, Happy birthday, John Paul. um, so yeah.
This hat. Thank you, Patty.
So let's get into it.
Okay, Patty. I'm really curious. What's the theme?
The theme is so crazy it might be illegal. So we may have, I think there's 4 stories, so it's quite a lot less than normal, but they're crazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So
I'm ready.
let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
So the first story is from r/AITAH, and it says, Am I the asshole for blocking my friend of 10 years after she committed a HIPAA violation against me? I, 23 female, blocked my long term friend, A, 23 female, of 10 years after she used her work computer to look up my health insurance information without my consent. The worst part is she took a photo of it, sent it through messages with her boyfriend of 1 year, which she has access to. Some context from my POV, her boyfriend is leeching off of her. She spent thousands of dollars on dates, including a motorcycle that was impounded by the police because he didn't bother getting his license or permit. He has used her credit card to buy drugs, has driven her car while intoxicated, and uses everything she owns, including her laptop, that he uses to read all of her private conversations. I fear he is isolating her from everyone around her, and it's working. When I saw the photo, she laughed it off, and I was scared but pissed. I asked her why she would do that, and she said she was just curious. I asked her how stupid she could be, not knowing what HIPAA was if she works at a doctor's clinic. She never responded and left me on red. I assumed to run to her other friend, B. No real apology or accountability. After 2 weeks, I blocked her. I confided in B and C about the situation. C was incredibly understanding, not understanding what possessed A to do this. B, on the other hand, loves to play devil's advocate and has always had an animosity towards me. B said that A only had good intentions and that she was only being playful and trying to connect with me as a friend. I found BS and explained that if A wanted to connect with me, she could have been an adult and communicated with me, asking for permission before risking her job, committing a HIPAA violation, and possibly leaking my information. I told B, what if my social security number was on there? What if A's boyfriend saw it as an opportunity to take credit cards out in my name? Days pass. B wants to hang out, I agree, but informed her that I had blocked A and that we were no longer friends. I told her that she and C were welcome to stay friends with A, but that I want to hang out separately. B leaves me on red and doesn't reply for days. When she does, she responds along the lines of, I'm sorry that I hurt you, but if you didn't want my opinion, you should have said so, and next time I'll keep it to myself. It's clear we both have very different opinions about things. I don't know, it felt like she was pushing the blame back to me instead of taking accountability. This week, C and I were supposed to hang out. She flaked the first day, claiming she took an extra shift, but then ghosted me completely the second time. After a few days, she apologized and asked if I was free this weekend. I said, depends. Have you heard from B? She replied, yeah, I went out with her yesterday. Why? Did you want to do something with all of us together? I realized that B, who mentioned in her apology text that C mentioned a jewelry stand and that we should all have gone with C to the same stand the day C and I were supposed to hang out. After B dropped C off, she texted me with the apology message. I've been trying to spend time with both only to be ghosted and left behind. I feel like they used the opportunity to discuss things behind my back. Now I feel like I'm being iced out. I'm starting to feel like they're planning some intervention slash ambush to get me to forgive A. The trust is gone and I feel hurt. I've tried being honest and setting boundaries, but now I'm wondering if I'm being excluded for standing up for myself. Now I'm wondering, am I the asshole for blocking A over this? And would I be the asshole if I distance myself from B and C too? Any thoughts?
Definitely not the asshole. This is crazy. Like you, this is I don't even know what a HIPAA violation is. So this is apparently one, and that's crazy that you're a doctor and you don't know that.
Or you work
Yeah,
for a
right,
clinic.
right.
But yeah, um,
I wouldn't be going around doing that.
yeah, so she found out from looking at her email,
Mm.
I think, right?
I just thought I
Yeah.
saw a picture. I don't know where.
She used her work computer
Mm.
to look at my health insurance information. So I think it is that she works at the doctor's clinic and her friend goes there and she looked. That's kind of almost more crazy because obviously I had skimmed this story, but I didn't read it completely. And this is why I have the theme.
Yeah,
But, and I knew like, oh, this is bad. Like, it's so crazy. It could be illegal. And it is
yeah,
basically illegal
right.
to do that. Like, but I kind of had thought that she was on her computer, her friend's computer, and looked at like her email or looked through her computer or something for some
Mm-hmm.
reason.
Yeah.
But it seems like A went on her own work computer and she works at the doctor's clinic and she looked at her information
It's like a shared work computer.
like with the clinic. I don't know. But I mean, it's her work computer.
That's insane.
That is really, really, really bad. Like, imagine someone doing that. Like, not only is that a HIPAA violation, but it's also just a violation of like your trust with your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even if it was like she didn't work at the clinic and it was just on her own time or something, she looked at her friend's computer or something, that is still, I think, would probably be considered a HIPAA violation.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't think you have to be the professional. Like, if I got your information and spread it to a million people, that would still be a HIPAA violation, even though I'm not a
Well,
like professional, right?
yeah, I'll just tell you this though. It might be illegal, um, but it is definitely not. You definitely cannot commit a Hippocratic oath without. Sorry, you cannot commit a hippo violation with
Hippo?
a HIPAA violation without swearing the Hippocratic oath, which is something that doctors swear to protect the safety and the
Well, it's not
privacy of.
just doctors, it's anyone who works in the field.
Exactly.
You can just be a receptionist and you have to uphold
Yeah.
HIPAA
Exactly.
rules and whatever.
Yeah.
So
But
you don't
you
have to do an
can't.
oath.
But
It'd probably be in
you.
a contract.
Yeah. Exactly. You'd be like somebody who works there. But if a regular person can't commit a actual violation because they didn't sign any
I
oath,
guess.
basically you didn't sign an oath, you didn't swear an oath, so you can't do the violation. But it may be illegal. It probably is illegal outright.
Yeah, it's probably illegal to share someone's health information anyways. This is just crazy. This is definitely illegal. And like, oh, she was just curious to look at it. And then she also took a photo of it and sent it to her boyfriend.
Yeah, that's
So
wild.
again, like another thing where it's like it's not even just about the HIPAA thing, it's also and the fact that she works there, but also that is such a violation of trust too.
Yeah, of course.
And just a like a big HIPAA
Yeah,
violation.
the whole thing with the boyfriend was so weird because it's like, okay, the problem is that it was sent to him. Doesn't matter what kind of person he is. Like, all
But
this stuff
she's
about it.
kind of saying like why she's really scared about it because
Yeah,
he
makes
could
sense.
use that, if her
Yeah,
social security number's on there, he would be
exactly.
the one to use it and do something with that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
why is she sending it? Also, the whole thing about her saying it's for her own good, like she's trying to help her, was so weird.
B had said that A only had good intentions, was
Yeah,
trying to be playful, trying
yeah.
to connect.
Those
I
what?
don't think she said anything about the boyfriend. Like B, like I don't see any information.
The whole good intentions thing is what I'm talking about.
But
We're saying that it's crazy and they cannot possibly be for good intentions. It can only be something bad.
also, what is on there?
Yeah,
Like why is she taking a picture of it, sending it to her boyfriend? Is there something like, kind of embarrassing on there
right.
and then they're laughing about it, or is
Hmm.
it, "Oh, look what I just did. I just found her thing. Ha ha ha."
Yeah,
Sending it to her boyfriend, like that's really inappropriate. Like
absolutely.
even just as a friend, if you were, let's say, the person that was handling her information
Hmm.
at the clinic and you saw it,
Hmm.
you wouldn't talk about it with her. You wouldn't talk about it to anyone else, let alone send it,
Hmm.
take a picture of it, send it to
Hmm.
your boyfriend of all people. Like,
Yeah,
that's super inappropriate just as a
I
friend.
know.
Like, you should be handling her information more carefully, not seeking it out and then spreading it. Like, that's so
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
How is it good intentions? What intention is there? Like, what is it?
No idea.
What is the intention? Like, what was the point of doing that? To connect? I don't understand. She could just talk to her and be like, "What's up?" I don't know. Like, you don't
Yeah,
even have to do all that.
right.
And I don't know. There was a lot of different information about the boyfriend and how terrible he is.
Yeah.
And also, like, the information of, like, I think it was C wanted to hang out.
Hmm.
And she was like, "That depends. What did you do with B yesterday or something?" It's like, oh, that's a little weird to do to your
Mm,
friend. Like it's a little
yeah.
like making that friend feel a
Mm,
little
choose.
weird because of the fact that she had hung out with the other friend without
Yeah.
you. And it's like that doesn't mean it was just her choice of doing that. And also I feel like you kind of put her in a weird spot there.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna just talk about, are you the asshole for cutting your friend out because she did this? Definitely
I
not.
mean,
And I
it
think that's
takes
probably
guts.
why there's the extra information of the boyfriend because it's like, let's say she sent it to her boyfriend and her boyfriend is a doctor or something. I don't know. Then was trying to help you out. That would be good intentions. But this guy is I mean, someone who has a lot of problems
Yeah.
and obviously like is not gonna help in any sorts of way. So like the one way could be good intentioned
Hmm.
but really dumb, and
Hmm.
one is just super dumb. I don't know how there's any good intentions here. So I kind of get why there's that information. And I guess maybe it kind of also gives an idea of like, well, she cut off this friend because of this situation, which honestly is a good reason, but also maybe the friendship was like going to shit anyways, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
maybe you never know.
Top comment: please report her to her workplace. She obviously has no idea about medical confidentiality and she is incredibly unprofessional. And OP replied, already did through my insurance.
Mm.
And basically saying like it is definitely a HIPAA violation. Someone said they were a former HIPAA compliance officer and that saying basically like how she needs to submit the complaint, like it has to be through some sort of process.
Okay.
Someone said HIPAA exists because of shit like your friend is pulling.
Mhm.
I promise it's not just you she's doing this to. I know everyone else said report her to work and the state, but I would also report federally. Yes, I know it's in shambles, but it can't hurt to report there too. Also, find a new friend group that's made up of actual adults and not a bunch of mean girls still stuck in middle school.
Mhm.
So on this one, we have an update.
Okay.
So let's see what happened. Update. I apologize for taking so long, but I have an update. Also, sorry in advance for the long post. A quick recap of my original post with new names. My best friend of 10 years, A, is now Alice, used her work computer to look up my health insurance information, took a photo using her phone, and sent me the screenshot through messages. Alice works at a doctor's clinic, and her boyfriend has access to her messages via her laptop that he uses. Oh, so I think we misunderstood that basically she didn't send it to her boyfriend. She sent it to her friend for some reason, and that the boyfriend has access to those messages so he could see it,
Bruh.
kind of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
After no sincere apology and no response from her, I blocked her. After explaining what happened to B is now Bella. Bella, who usually plays devil's advocate, dismissed my concerns, claiming Alice was just trying to be playful and was only trying to connect with me. I spoke to C is now Cassie, who was the only one who saw the absurdity and seriousness of it all. But after Cassie went out with Bella, one of the days we were supposed to hang out, Cassie ghosted me out of nowhere. I was left feeling iced out, hurt, and confused. There were a lot of questions, so here's some clarification. Update will be down below. Why did she look up my information and take a photo? I have been dealing with health issues that are progressively getting worse and have no answers and had no decent doctor. I think she took it upon herself to try and help by looking up my health insurance information. When asked why, she texted she was curious. I know she had good intentions, but I never gave her permission to look up my information or take a photo. If Alice had just asked me, I would have had said no since I didn't want her jeopardizing her job. But also, if she would have only asked me, I would have let her know that I have already found a new doctor. Who did she send the photo to? As far as I know, just me, but her boyfriend uses her laptop and basically everything she owns. I believe he's read our conversations, which I had no clue until he brought up my health concerns that I confided in Alice, and has also sent me a few messages not clarifying it was him. So there was a very real possibility he saw the photo. More info. My social security number was not in the photo. I only said, what if it was? If it was, it would have been more serious. My name, address, birthday, and health insurance information was on there. Now for the update. After posting, I filed an official HIPAA complaint through the OCR website after many comments suggested it. I also reflected on this friend group and realized we had all been drifting apart for some time now. Even before the incident, Alice and I were growing apart. Bella started showing more signs of animosity and resentment here and there. But Cassie, we were actually growing closer. So when she started ghosting me, I felt hurt and confused. Later, Bella sent me a text inviting me to a group hangout with some of her friends, including Cassie, but not Alice. I assumed this was an intervention disguised as a hangout to maybe mend things between Alice, but I can't be for certain. I replied that while I appreciated the thought, I was not comfortable hanging out and did not like how some things were handled or said, especially since Bella started shifting the blame to me when she texted me an apology beforehand. I also said I needed space to reevaluate some things, but I told her to have fun and to stay safe. She replied, wishing me the best, but if I needed anything, she was going to be waiting for me while respecting my need for space. I haven't reached out since, but I've been thinking about it. Weeks passed and I was still stuck on the situation. My sister in law got tired and finally asked me why I couldn't let it go. After taking some time to reflect on the reasons in my choices, I put my big girl pants on and made the decision to call. I called, got connected to the manager, and explained what happened. I offered to email the screenshots, and because of the small size of the clinic, they had to create a completely new email so I could send everything. The next day, I received an email explaining that the clinic would be starting their investigation days earlier than they initially said. Days passed, and I received a conclusion email giving me their thanks for having the courage to report and what they did. They put Alice on leave and reviewed the logs for several days. They brought her in for an HR meeting and decided on training Alice with some HIPAA training and are putting in measures so that this will never happen again. I'm sure this is not the update many expected or hoped for. I did what many recommended, but the decision was ultimately up to the clinic. I hope this was a wake up call for Alice.
That's good, I guess. I mean, I kind of, I wish it was a little more, but I guess that's the very least.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything from Alice, Bella, and Cassie since. My thoughts are that Alice made a stupid and careless mistake that nearly costed her job and ended our friendship. She's always had the habit of making careless mistakes without thinking or caring about the consequences until they come. As for her boyfriend, I don't know him that well, but I've seen red flags he presented in person and from what Alice has told me. For why I didn't tell her, she's the type to not listen and make excuses for her relationship. Besides, I wouldn't be the first friend to drop her because of her behavior once she started dating her boyfriend. I also want to briefly say that when writing my original post, it was 4 a.m. and I was shaking with anxiety at the realization that I had just lost my closest friends of a decade. I regret how messy it sounded, with more gossip and ranting than actual facts of what happened, and I apologize for that. I hope that this update shows that I actually took the time to process things and approach it with more maturity than my first one. Thank you, everyone who responded to my original post with advice, support, and even criticism. I think the blank comments calling me a doormat were the most helpful in helping me reflect about everything. I know it took me some time, but in the end, I called and got some closure. I think this whole situation pushed me to improve myself for the better, not just as a person, but to be a better friend to my future friends I'll meet.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for reading, and this moment, it will probably be my only update unless something significant happens.
Wow, that was crazy.
That was a long update.
Oh my gosh, that was brutal. But yeah, I'm glad I'm glad she's, I guess, is a happy ending somewhat.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, it kind of sucks that your other friends are taking Alice's side.
Yeah.
I do kind of understand better now how it was well intentioned. And obviously, we misunderstood that she sent the photo to her boyfriend, but she didn't. It's just that her boyfriend has
Mm.
access, which is still like it's fair to say that's careless. Like,
Yeah.
he could still see it. But I mean, it's definitely really messed up, but you can also kind of understand what maybe her friend was thinking of, that it was for good intentions, that she wanted to help her find a doctor. And I guess that's why she sent her the screenshots. It's still strange because if she wanted that information, she could have just gotten it from OP. She
They
didn't
should
have
have
to get it
asked.
from the
Yeah.
she didn't have to get it from the clinic.
Yeah.
If she really wanted, and also like you don't really need you don't really need much. You can
Mm-hmm.
literally just ask, what insurance do you have?
Yeah.
Like just the name. Like if she needs to know what doctors are in network, like that's what I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change based off of how much you're paying. I think that just
Yeah.
changes based on the insurance provider.
She should never be asking for her insurance number, and all that stuff if she's not actually like serving her, because that is could be so much.
Yeah, you don't need it though to
violation. Yeah.
find who's in network and who's not.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm assuming she needed it for.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. It doesn't make any sense why she needed to get it from the clinic. If she wanted to help, she could have just asked her friend
I know.
for the information directly.
I know.
Your friend has that information, does she not? Like, I'm so confused here. So I think it's good that you reported her. It's weird that they just did training. I mean, maybe she said I never had training on this. I don't know. I mean, you gotta have training on it, I think.
I never knew.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess maybe it depends. Yeah, so I guess OP had said this is wild, and yes, it could have been a larger violation, especially since the clinic she works at had no idea until I called. They could have been
Mm.
fined by the OCR. So I guess
Oh wow.
maybe it's a bigger deal for the clinic rather than really her. I
Mm.
mean, she could have just lost her job,
Mm.
but yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, I think it's good that you reported her. I guess it's probably like a good thing that she didn't get fired because then maybe everyone would have came at you, but they all kind of dropped you as a friend anyway.
I
So
know.
I don't know, but I mean,
What are you gonna do?
it's just a really weird situation. So maybe it's because of the fact that this only happened once, and it was with someone she knew and not some random person,
Yeah.
and maybe that's why they gave her a second chance. But or maybe it's required that it's like the first thing is just training, and then the next thing is firing. So I don't know. But
Crazy.
let's go to the next story.
Okay, this one is from r/am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for wanting my brother to buy me out of my share of the house we both own that he lives in? Our dad died 5 years ago. My brother, 36 male, was looking to buy a house with his girlfriend at the time, and I suggested that he move into our childhood home since as we both owned it and the mortgage had been paid off. I, 38 female, am married and have my own house with my husband and our 2 kids. The deal was that he was responsible for his bills and the property taxes since he was living there and I have my own house to pay for. The problem is that he's not paying the bills. The water company has been sending the water bills to my house because he has not been paying them. I don't know the status of the other utilities, but I'm assuming they are not being paid either. But the biggest problem is the property taxes. He has not paid them in 5 years that he's lived there the whole time. The city could seize the house because of this, and we would lose everything. This causes me a great deal of stress, and I've sent him the forms for getting a payment plan set up multiple times, but he has not done it. I can't apply for the payment plan myself because I don't live in the house, even though we are equal owners. While the situation is less than ideal, I wanted to help my brother out. He has a lot of student debt and would have a hard time getting a mortgage on his own. Our mother died last week. Our parents were divorced. She heavily favored my brother, and in her will, she left her $500,000 house to solely my brother. I, of course, was hurt by this, but it was her decision, and I'm not going to do anything to contest it. He's planning on selling mom's house and using the money to pay off his loans and fix up our dad's house. I've had enough and want my brother to use some of the money to buy me out of our dad's house. It's worth half as much as our mom's house, so he would still have plenty of money left over. Plus, he has not had to pay any rent/mortgage for the last 5 years. This is another sticking point. Our dad's house is in rough shape, and my brother stopped cleaning up after himself and his dog when he and his girlfriend broke up a few years ago. It's so bad he won't allow me to come into the house, like not even to use the bathroom after dropping him off after doing some holiday shopping together. I'm hesitant to tell him how I feel because I'm worried he will get angry and it will destroy our relationship, and he's the only family I have left. We originally said that if/when we decided to sell my dad's house, I would get my share of the money. But his plan is to stay there forever, and I was okay with that because I felt like I was helping him out. But with the latest development with my mom's house and his refusal to pay the taxes and the real possibility of losing the house to our city, I just want out. I worry that I may be seen as vindictive because of the situation with our mother, but the biggest issue for me is his refusal to pay taxes. Am I the asshole?
What do you think?
I think no.
Yeah, she's definitely not the asshole.
Yeah, so I was confused by the overall vote.
Yeah. For some reason, the overall vote on this is asshole, but everyone in the comments that I saw were saying not the asshole. I think maybe it didn't update yet or something, or maybe people were saying like they're like a lot of people were kind of like, "Girl, what are you doing? Get off Reddit. Go to talk to a lawyer."
Yeah, of
So
course.
maybe I don't know how they do that asshole, not the asshole things, but people are like being very blunt with her, but they're saying she's not the asshole. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like they just can't tell that people were just being rude because they're just being like, "Girl, get off Reddit. Go
Mm.
and actually talk to a lawyer."
You're an asshole for being
But
so stupid or something like
I don't know why it says asshole when I screenshotted it because that's how I save the stories.
that. Mm.
But um basically, yeah, I don't think you're the asshole at all. And it's so crazy that it seems illegal because it's how can he just not pay the taxes?
Yeah, I know.
Like he owns it too, so he needs to pay it.
He's gonna get evicted. You know, both of you guys are gonna lose the house.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
He doesn't even have to pay the mortgage. It's
Yeah,
just the taxes. And it makes sense that he would be paying it, not her, because she doesn't live there. And that's
yeah,
the whole point.
right,
Is that she's basically letting you live in her the other half of her house,
right,
because she owns
right,
half of it.
right.
So it's like, yeah, she should not be the one paying the taxes. And he's like not upkeeping it at all. Like it makes total sense that he should be buying you out the other half.
So you agree it's not the asshole, right?
Not the asshole.
No.
He has a whole other house that he can go to. Why wouldn't he just either buy her out or she can buy him out, I guess?
At this point, it seems like that's what needs to happen. If he has a house that's doing nothing, just sell it.
Or did he sell it?
I don't know. He's owns the half of the mom's house, and the dad's house. He's just
Oh,
rotting in it.
he's planning on selling the mom's house
Okay.
and using the money to pay off his loans and fix up our dad's house.
Okay.
So why not? Yeah, again, use some of that money to buy you out and it's a done deal.
Boom, bam.
So, top comment said, force a sale on dad's house. Bro can live in mom's or sell it for the smaller house.
Yeah.
You won't get much from dad's, but it's better than nothing in dad's. Edit, also let him cut off the water because he's not paying
Ooh.
off the water.
Yeah.
Yes, paying the water bills, I mean.
Yeah.
Um, OP had said, yeah, that can't pay the taxes because I don't live there. Line is utterly false. Who do you think pays the taxes on my rent that I don't live in? OP doesn't make any sense. OP said, it's not that I can't pay the taxes because I don't live there. Or it's not that I can't pay the taxes, it's because I don't live there. That was just the agreement made with my brother. I can't.
Can you? I don't. Can you in the English? I don't understand what any of this means because they're broken English in the comments. I can't understand what they're saying. I say I don't understand. What's the agreement?
What do you mean? What's the agreement?
There's some kind of agreement.
The agreement between her,
Yeah.
OP,
Yeah.
and her brother
Yeah.
is that she's not gonna pay the taxes for the house because she don't fucking live there.
Obviously.
And people were saying, "You're saying you can't pay the taxes?" It's like because you don't live there? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
these are the people who vote asshole. Right.
I guess.
I don't understand how that's possible. I know that's the only family you have is your brother, but he's not acting like family.
Yeah. Someone said, you need to get a lawyer and tell your brother that if he doesn't buy you out, you will force the sale of the house.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
So I'm pretty sure no one is saying that she's assholes. They're just saying get off Reddit, basically, and get a lawyer.
But the vote is asshole. So like, what are they?
Because this was early on. All right, let's get on to the next story. All right, here's the next story. It's from r/am I the asshole, and it says, "Am I the asshole for firing my babysitter? I'm a single mom to 3 girls. Sophie 2, Addie 4, and Evie 8. Their dad was in the military and passed when I was pregnant with Sophie. I just got a new job that mostly aligns with the kids' school/daycare schedule, but I work late on Wednesday nights. A friend of mine is going through a divorce and her ex husband is being difficult about child support, so I asked her to babysit on Wednesday nights. In my opinion, the job is pretty simple. She gets there at 6, dinner at 6:30, always mac and cheese. I always make the sauce before she gets there, so she just has to boil the pasta and add the sauce. After dinner, they get to play until 7, 7:15. They each get a melatonin gummy. They watch Bluey until 7:30, 7:45. Then everyone uses the bathroom, brushes their teeth, goes to bed. All the girls share a room. Their pajamas and comfort items are laid out for them, and I have a stack of books out for bedtime stories. Everyone gets tucked in, then Sitter reads 3 to 4 stories until everyone's asleep. Evie occasionally has a hard time falling asleep, so I told the sitter if she does not fall asleep by the fourth story, sitting on her bed and rubbing her back tends to get her to sleep within a few minutes. Sitter turns off the lights, turns on the nightlight and sound machine, and gets to hang out on the couch until I get home. I have all 3 girls sharing a room for a reason. Evie has anxiety and is scared to sleep alone. My younger two feel safer when their big sister is sleeping next to them. Putting the 3 of them together is the best way to get everyone to sleep. She knows she can get her own room whenever she wants, but it's not something I will force her on. Last Wednesday, I guess Evie wasn't falling asleep and kept insisting on more stories. My friend told her to lay down quietly or sleep in the guest room, and Evie started to cry. My friend picked her up, put her in the guest room, and stayed in front of the door to the girls' room to prevent her from going back to bed. When I got home, close to midnight, Evie was still awake and was crying her eyes out. I didn't find out what happened until the next morning. When my friend confirmed what happened and called it discipline, I told her she wasn't getting paid for that night. It would no longer be taking care of my kids. Now she's saying I'm overreacting and my kids are spoiled and have behavior problems. I have mutual friends saying I'm screwing her over a temper tantrum and saying the money I pay her is her entire grocery budget. Now I'm wondering if not paying her for Wednesday and firing her was an overreaction. Am I the asshole?
Yeah,
What?
you're the asshole.
You think she's the asshole?
Yeah, because she still worked.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I agree with the firing because it's like it's not that serious. Like I bet you there's no contract if she's just not doing the job right. She's not doing the job right. Or if you're not communicating with her and you guys aren't seeing to eye, then it's just not going to work. That's a million reasons why it might need to end. But she still worked for you. She still has to get paid,
Yeah,
and
I
you
agree with
withholding the
that.
money is crazy. What is your perspective on that, though?
No, I do agree with that. I was just wondering what you would say.
Yeah,
But I think that she is the asshole for not paying
yeah,
her. And
something
I
on those
don't
grounds.
think because you're saying technically, are you the asshole for firing her? I don't think so. Like, did you tell her all of this though? Did she ever mention that she told her friend all this backstory on why they all sleep in the same room and why, like, that she has anxiety and stuff, and that's the reason why? But either way, it's very strange to put an 8-year old through all that
Yeah,
because I understand the like not reading any more stories because you're like, well, the other ones are asleep, they need to sleep kind of
yeah,
thing. And then like she just needs to sleep. But at the very least, if I were the babysitter, maybe didn't know about the anxiety stuff, but maybe was like, well, I don't want to wake up the other ones. I could
yeah,
see her bringing her to the guest room and then reading her stories in there and
yeah.
trying to get her to fall asleep. But she might probably wouldn't be able to because the whole point is that she doesn't want to sleep by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, um, the overall vote is everyone sucks. And I think I agree with that because you probably wouldn't suck if you had just like I think no one would say OP is the asshole for firing her
No.
if she had said, I paid her for that day and I said
Mm-hmm.
to, you're never babysitting my kids again.
Yeah, of course.
But I think some people would still say maybe you're the asshole because maybe like some people would probably say, oh, she should get another chance kind of thing.
Mm.
But it does feel weird to just be blocking the door.
Yeah, that was weird.
Um and obviously she's all distressed. And she's 8, so it's not like a temper tantrum. She's 8 years
She
old.
probably has a reason.
It's just it's different when they're that
Yeah.
age. It's not really for no reason. Typically, I think it's
Yeah.
at 8 years old, you're not just freaking out to freak out.
Yeah, here's the deal. I don't agree. I don't disagree with the firing. Firing is valid because the babysitter is not doing what the kid needs. That's their
Yeah,
only job.
she didn't do a good job.
No, and the kid, it was probably a little traumatic, or not, maybe
Yeah,
not traumatic,
definitely
but
traumatic.
yeah, at the very least, it was not loving like the mom was loving. The mom would understand, and I totally get that, and by all means, fire away. But
Pay
she
her.
still did the
She did.
good
She still worked,
good
and
of service. Like she still deserved it, and that's illegal, right?
yeah, and I kind
So
of get being I'm not gonna pay her. She probably just traumatized my kid,
yeah,
but it's just pay her and leave it. Just don't think about it. You were gonna pay her anyways. Just pay her that money, and just she had worked.
guess what? Your kids didn't die.
And you get paid at your job. Let's say you get fired the day
Yeah,
that you work, you still get paid. You don't just not get paid for the same day that you
exactly.
got fired. You still get paid for that
Exactly. That's
time.
such a good point. If
So
you worked your real job and you expect to get your money even if you get fired, like where's my last paycheck, that kind of thing.
yeah,
And
you're not gonna not get paid.
why is she different? Why is babysitting have this stigma?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't burn down the house or something
Right,
crazy.
exactly. Exactly.
It is crazy, and it's so crazy. It could be illegal, and
Yeah.
in multiple ways, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of illegal to not pay her,
Yeah, absolutely.
and it's kind of illegal, or it's so crazy. It could be illegal. She just traumatized this kid. It could be child
There's
endangerment. I don't know, or just I don't know. It
there's
could be.
grounds for something if you want to go for some kind of psychological damages for the child, like
She also
whatever.
could have tried to call you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I don't even know what the OP does.
I feel like the typical thing for when you're a kid is that if you can't fall asleep, you really, really can't fall asleep, and it's impossible.
Yeah, just watch
Isn't
TV.
isn't the typical thing? Let them come downstairs, have them sit on the couch,
Yeah, watch
have
TV with
them
you.
drink some water,
Yeah.
drink something warm, have them watch some TV, relax. Isn't that the typical thing that you do with kids? I
Yeah.
mean, that's probably what I would do.
And then you watch like crazy movie.
And then you watch something that you shouldn't be watching.
I see. That's what I would do with my kid. Is you know, I know you're gonna be more comfortable in the bed, but like,
Especially if it's anxiety,
yeah,
sometimes that's what you need is
there's
just a
somebody else
distraction,
there.
and then you can fall asleep.
Yeah. Like I'll always just be for my kid. I'll just be like, you know what, we're okay. We'll be okay together.
Someone or Tal comment said, "Everyone sucks here. You established a bedtime protocol that works for you and your girls, and you asked the babysitter to follow it. She deviated from it and is unapologetic about it. So any reasonable person would fire her. That having been said, you should pay her for the hours that she worked." So
Simple.
basically, exactly what we're
Simple as
saying.
that.
Um, but someone had said, I wouldn't pay a babysitter who scared my children and not stopping when she saw how scared they were. I'd consider billing her for their therapy, in fact. So that's someone else's opinion.
Billing somebody for their therapy is not a thing. I'm sorry. And I don't agree with any of that.
And someone else had said, "Holy fuck, not the asshole. I would be absolutely livid if someone did this to if someone did this shit to my kid." Edit. Everyone sucks here. Even if someone does a shitty job, they still get paid for doing the job. Withholding the money after that was going too far.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was hoping they were gonna get there.
So, as we were saying at the beginning of this episode, we were running out of time because of how charged everything was, and we ran out of time. So, we didn't even have enough time for all the 4 stories we have, but it's the next morning and we're going to get into it.
Let's do it.
And this is the last story.
This last story comes from r/am I overreacting? Am I overreacting for asking my wife to stay at her mom's after I caught her putting something odd in my coffee? I, 46 male, am really shaken and need advice to know if I went too far. My wife, 49 female, and I have been married for 4 years, together for 7. She's always been so kind, always making my morning coffee, and we've had a good life together. English isn't my first language. I speak it well, but sometimes I struggle to explain feelings, so bear with me. For the past few weeks, I've been feeling off after drinking my coffee. Dizzy, nauseous, sometimes my hands shake. I thought maybe it's work stress or something I ate. But 2 days ago, I came home early and saw my wife in the kitchen, dropping some kind of powder into my coffee mug from a small, unmarked vial. It wasn't sugar or creamer, it looked strange, like medicine or worse. When she saw me, she slipped the vial into her pocket and said it was just a new coffee mix. But her voice was shaky and she wouldn't look at me. That evening, I asked her to calmly tell me what it was. She said it was a natural supplement to help me feel better, but she couldn't say what it was or why there was no label. I got scared. Those symptoms I've been having aren't normal, and she's never hidden things before. I told her I needed space to think and asked her to stay at her mom's for a few days. She got upset, started crying, and said I was overreacting and breaking her trust. She left last night, and now she's texting me saying it was nothing harmful and I'm making a big deal out of it. I kept the vial, but I'm too nervous to test it. I love her, she's my everything, but I'm scared she might be putting something bad in my coffee. Am I overreacting for asking her to leave? I can't sleep, and I keep checking the locks on the door, feeling paranoid in my own home. Please tell me if I'm wrong here.
Okay. So, what do you
Okay,
think?
this is really serious.
I know.
Like, this is very, very serious. I don't think you're overreacting at all to send her away, and she can't tell you what it is. That's complete break of trust, and I don't know how this marriage can move past this.
My immediate thought is, even if it isn't anything like harmful, you could still be having like an allergic reaction to it.
Yeah,
Like, so even if it is like some sort of supplement that is supposed to help in some sort of way, you could be allergic to that.
yeah,
So even then, she shouldn't be sneaking in something that you don't know about because you could be allergic. And
yeah,
maybe that's also why you're having these symptoms. It's because you're just allergic to whatever she's putting in your drink. But it could also be that she's putting something in your drink that is causing these reaction or these symptoms,
yeah,
and that is a big big issue if that's true.
yeah,
It's like no matter what, you just shouldn't be putting something in someone's drink like without them knowing.
yeah. It's the fact that she can't say what it is. It's just tell. It says it all. Like that's
Yeah, that's
insane.
the weird thing is that even if it was like, but it's also in like in an unmarked vial. Like, and you saw her, and she immediately was like trying to hide it.
Hmm.
So if it was just like, I don't know, my immediate thought is like creatine or whatever, because that's like such like a just a white powder, super like a weird texture. Like my immediate thought is like thinking of like, oh, if it was just some sort of supplement like that, which is like it can probably cause like I don't know. I've only taken it a few times, and like sometimes it's like it could make you like be like, whoa, like it's like drinking an energy drink. Like for me, like I have weird reactions to those things,
Yeah.
so it's like I like can't really handle it. But I probably would get used to it. But anyways, basically, like maybe it's something like that where it's supposed to help you, but it can have like a little bit of a side effect of like making you feel a certain way. I don't know, but like, why would it be in an unmarked vial? Why would she be trying to hide it?
Yeah.
Why would she like not tell you what it is? Oh, it's just something to make you feel better. Like, that's very suspicious. Like,
Yeah.
very like, what the hell are you putting in my drink? Like, yeah.
I know. I'm actually kind of scared it could be something worse. First comment says, you need to call the police. And someone says, even if it was herbal, hiding it makes it shady.
Yeah.
That's enough to get the cops involved. Yeah. Someone said, it's called food tampering and it's illegal. Please don't ever do this, even if you don't think anything bad will happen to the person.
Mhm. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, he could just be having like an allergic reaction to whatever it is. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be poison, but he could be allergic to whatever she's putting
Yeah,
in his drink.
that's a good point. Someone said, please get the vial tested. It's better to know what's actually going on than to be in fear of what could be going on.
Yeah, so that's a good point, is like having the vial itself and testing it, because at this point you're not going to trust her. If she says, "Oh, it's just this random whatever,"
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to believe her now. Like
No, that ship has
you
sailed.
yeah, so you need to get it tested.
Yeah.
Um
Have to know what's in the vial.
I know.
Oh
What's
my
in the vial? What's in
gosh.
the vial?
Vial is crazy, by the way.
Yeah, that's so scary.
Yeah.
Just imagine. What would you do if you saw me doing
I would be
that?
like, is that cocaine? I don't know.
I mean, you would probably know if it was cocaine.
I'd be like, don't put that in my coffee. What are you doing? Like, what is this? You would
um,
never put something without telling me what it is.
no.
Just like touching it is weird. Like the most you've ever done is like for making my food is you actually will just brew it and then leave it there because you know I like the weird mix of my coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't even put your coffee together. I
we'll
would just
just
brew
brew
it
it. Yeah, which is
and it
no
just
always
sits there.
nice. Yeah,
But yeah, because I don't understand your whole weird mixture.
yeah.
But and you're very, even when you would just do creamer in your coffee, you're so
Still specific.
particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, when I read this story, I was like, or I skimmed it, I was like, the closest thing I've done or like have thought about doing of like putting something in your food without you knowing is like
Mm.
chia seeds in a smoothie, because I know you don't like them, but they're good for you.
This is what
And even then, I don't do it because I'm like, no, he doesn't like them. Like, just let him not like
this
them.
is what you've
And it bothers
done.
me because it's so good for you. I
This
still
is
won't
what
do it.
this is what you'll do. You make a smoothie for yourself and then be like, here, try it. I'm like, what's in it? You're like, try it. And then later I try it and you're like, you like it? I'm like, yeah. And you're like, it has cheese seeds in
Like,
it.
yeah, like
You,
something
I
like
tricked
that.
you. I tricked you into liking it.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's something that I would do. But even because we recently got a blender
Oh
again,
yeah.
and I've thought to myself,
Great
I
investment.
want to put chia seeds in this, and because it's good for him,
Mm.
and he probably won't even notice. And then I'm like, no, I won't.
You probably could make chia pudding though.
You would know if it's chia pudding.
No, for you.
Yeah, I know for me. I've done that before, but
Made the jam.
yeah. So even then, I'm like, no, I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So let alone
Just
some weird powder.
that's crazy. Chia at least chia seeds is like very, natural and herbal and all that
No,
stuff.
yeah, it's very normal.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. All right, Patty.
So there's an update.
Yeah. Okay. Update. Thank you all for your responses. You guys really helped me clear my head. I was hesitant, but I called 911 and they said they'll look into it. I'm feeling worse each day, dizzy, weak, and my stomach's still off. So I'm heading to the hospital today to get it checked out. My wife keeps texting, begging to come back and saying it was just an herbal energy boost she found online, but she still can't explain why she hid it. I told her to stay at her mom's until I know more. I'm scared and exhausted, but I'll keep you all updated when I get answers. Thank you for making me feel like I'm not going crazy. Hey everyone, I'm at the hospital. Sorry for not keeping you all updated. I'm not really feeling very well right now. Thanks so much for all your comments and support. The doctors ran some tests and said there's something off in my blood work, but they don't know exactly what yet. They're sending samples to a lab, and it'll take a couple of days to get results. They told me to stay here for observation because of my symptoms dizziness, nausea, shaking. It's getting worse very quick.
Oh my gosh.
I gave the vial to the police when they stopped by earlier, and they're testing it. They didn't say much, but their serious faces freaked me out. My wife keeps calling and texting, sobbing, saying she's so sorry and it was just some herbal remedy from a friend to help me. But she's still dodging my questions about why she hid it, and it's making my head spin. I told her we can't talk until I'm out of here and know what's going on. She's at her mom's, but her texts are so frantic it's breaking my heart. I love her, but I don't think if I can ever trust her again. I'm stuck in this hospital bed and I feel so alone. I'll keep you updated when I hear from the lab or the police. That's it so far. It's 5 days ago
Yeah,
from when
so
you saved this. She's getting frantic because she knows she's about to go to jail.
maybe, yeah. I'm like trying to figure out like why is she freaking out? Like, oh, it's just this, but that's probably why.
Like
And
he's
like trying to get him to not do anything.
yeah, he's saying like, "Oh, I feel so bad. She's so frantic." And she keeps saying sorry. It's like because she knows she's gonna go to jail if she gets caught.
That's probably what it is, unless the very, slim possibility
Hmm.
that she did get it from a friend and they said it's just some herbal whatever
Yeah,
and it's not,
I would
and then
still.
she didn't know, but
Yeah,
still
still.
it's weird, and you again should have told him. But yeah, it sounds really really bad, so I'm gonna check to see if there's another
Please
update.
do.
So there's no other update. There's no update to his posts, and I'm looking at the comments, and it seems like it was
Mm.
before when he was talking, just saying like thank you to people. Oh my gosh, that's actually terrifying.
It's been 10 days.
It's been 10 days since
Wait,
he's posted the first time.
look on the post. Look at the comments. Anything?
No, that's where you can see the comments.
Oh,
This is other people's comments.
oh my gosh, bro.
You would be able to see every single
Oh my
comment by
gosh,
looking
this
at
is the
that.
worst story I've ever done.
This is actually so terrifying. So we don't know what was in the vial. We don't know what happened. We don't even know if he's alive. Really, because he was saying that he's in the hospital, he's not feeling well, and they were keeping him there. This is actually really terrifying. And it's so crazy. It is fucking illegal. This is so illegal. This is so crazy.
I just want him to be alive.
I know. I'm actually scared.
Mm.
Wait, this is actually really bad. I
Mm.
can't believe it was only 10 days ago. I thought I had gotten that story earlier because I'll screenshot the posts because I know that sometimes people will delete them or that the like like the subgroup or whatever, the
Yeah,
Reddit group will delete
yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah.
So that's why I screenshot them. So when I had screenshotted it, it said 5 days ago. Now it's been 10 days. He would have updated, I feel like.
Yeah, 10 days.
And so that means 5 days ago, he already had those other updates. It's been 5 more days.
Yeah, nothing happened in the last 5 days. They would have like toxicology reports pretty quickly at a hospital.
This is so scary. I mean, there's either a few options here.
Yeah.
He's really, really sick and is not able to update.
Mm.
He died, which would be terrible.
Yeah.
or
He's just not posting
maybe
about it.
there's some sort of legal trouble and he's not
Mm,
allowed to say
I
anything,
didn't think about that.
or it's just chaotic and there's just a lot going
I
on.
bet you it's the last one that he's just like, now I gotta get a lawyer and I can't, like, maybe like can't say it, or he's gotta get a lawyer and it's like all the stuff and he's just like, the Reddit is the last thing on his mind. But we'll probably either get an update or he'll be gone.
And it could be chaotic in the sense of like that, where he's getting a lawyer and trying to figure things out and get his wife in jail, his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't what he thought, and that maybe there's some other medical issue causing these things.
That's an idea.
And
Yeah.
then now it's chaotic. Maybe his wife is like, I can't believe you didn't believe me.
Maybe it is just an allergy.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe we gotta try to maybe do an episode of,
Follow up.
yeah. Guys, what is in the vial?
I'm so scared.
What's in the vial?
This is not good. I'm getting bad feeling.
And that was the last story. That's what we have to end this podcast on. So, is there anything else you got to say?
No.
I'm gonna follow his account and follow the
Yeah.
posts,
Yeah.
and hopefully I'll finally start being able to like see when people update, because so far I kind of haven't. If they hadn't already updated, I didn't really know if they ever did,
Right.
unless I randomly see it.
Yeah.
So I'll follow it, and then maybe eventually we'll do a like update video. But yeah, this is really scary. All right. Well, that's what we have to end
You have
this
to end
on.
it. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching or listening. Please like this video and comment down below. And we are also on Spotify and TikTok, so go and check us out on there.
That's right.
And I think that is everything. And don't forget to subscribe if I didn't already say that. And we will catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.